Welcome, Speed Gaming, and we have a really hype matchup for the Super Metroid Randomizer League tonight. Floaters versus Kip. My name is Tracy, and with me today is Antimi, also known as Seffi. How are you doing today, Seffi?
I'm doing really well and really excited. Tracy, how are you?
Fantastic. Super excited about this matchup. We have Floaters, your teammate. On our left, we have Kip on our right, two of the absolute best at playing this game. Floaters, a former champion in the league. Kip, a runner-up last year. So this should be a good one.
Right, I will definitely refrain from any biases. That said, though, I really wish the both of these runners the best of luck. Both no moonfallers, as you can just tell, right off the bat.
Nope, Kip has gone to the dark side, but this is it.
He started? No.
Yeah. Floater's one of the last holdouts for the moonfall.
Well, anyway, obviously, we have pretty much, I want to say behemoths, but that's already someone else's name. But honestly, pillars, actually grander than pillars, monuments of the Super Metroid community, Slotus 27 and Kip, and it's always a delight to be able to catch the two of these runners.
And poor guys have to get that. They have to get that reserve tank. The world won't open up and let them do anything else unless they grab that. But yeah, two of the absolute best, two good friends of mine. I've met them both. They're great people, great runners. I can't say enough good things about them.
No, for sure. It's actually because of Slotus that I ended up dropping Moonfall.
Oh, you dropped Moonfall?
Yeah. I didn't drop Moonwalk, though. I still use that in my runs. Okay. But I'm no longer moonfalling. So that's why that's why I really enjoy watching both of these runners right now.
Yeah. For me, I like to use the moonwalk. Some of the strats to set things up with moonwalk are a lot more important than the actual moonfall itself, but I still do it. Lots of supers early. 2 super packs, no bombs, so they will have to go and get their first item to break blocks over at Bomb Tree. So it'll be a bombs, it will be a speed booster, or it will be a screwed attack. Otherwise, they can't progress. So it'll be one of those 3 items. Does mean that neither one of them can continue on to the left and do what I'm going to really try and start not calling meme route. Kip wanted to call it the Sonic route. I've been calling it the Green Hills route because Green Hill Zone. But Green Hill Zone is a Sonic thing, so a Sonic route works too. But can't do that without power bombs.
Are we off the whole Bryn start thing? We just moved on to
there you go. That works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just shout outs to Cross Product. He would always refer to it as the Bryn start route. But yeah, I mean, Green Hill Zone, obviously, that's where Sonic all started. And I mean, Kip is blue. Not that he's sad. It's just that's just the color of his suit.
Yeah, I know Kip last season used a whole bunch of different colored suits made by his viewers, and we'll see if I have to ask him if he's doing the ones from last year or if he is using a different set of suits this year. Oh, and we get a screw attack, a nice powerful item.
That is a beautiful item to see because it will possibly prompt both runners to go for the gauntlet check. I don't know if someone is going to want to bank on that play, though. It's not really.
I'm not as big a fan
suit
of
can
that.
appear anywhere, right?
Yeah,
and neither am I.
Suit can't be in Gauntlet in this version. And Soldiers looks like he's going to go for it. Kip not. I'm not a huge fan of this because it in Dash in particular, it just feels like it pays out a lot less often. He can't go for the minor items, which may be power bombs. So we'll see. He's taking a save just to make sure that if he dies, he gets go back. He doesn't have to start over from the beginning because this is still pretty low health.
But it could also very well, I don't know. It could very well just give Sloaters some sort of advantage. You could find speed booster.
Yep.
Perhaps you could find high jump,
ice charge, plasma. High jump is another good one. Yeah, there's a lot of good things he could find here.
I think our personal favorite being space jump, though.
Yeah, I love me a spaceship. Didn't get a spaceship in my race, but maybe these guys will get one for me.
No.
Oh, and it's a charge beam, so that
Yes.
is somewhat significant. It's less significant in a dash seed than it would be in a regular seed because they do have the baby charge because this is dash. Plasma is much more powerful than charge beam in dash because, as I like to say, the plasma beam takes your 900 shot mother brain fight down to a 300 shot mother brain fight, whereas plasma takes your 900 shot mother brain fight to a 120 shot mother brain fight if you pick it up. So, but that charge beam will, if he gets plasma or even any other decent beam combo, will make a difference.
I would say so, especially if Sloters ends up taking a different route than Kip, and they end up finding the beams because as it stands, Kip could be hoping for this to be a super missile expansion heavy pack. And I mean, so far we've not seen any regular missile packs.
No, Kip is 0-15-15, which is pretty unusual. There are a lot of power bombs in Dash by design to help you do the Lore North or Hell runs, but there are fewer supers often in Dash, just because instead of a ratio, I forget what the exact numbers is. I do believe they changed it very recently to something like 70 plus or minus 20 or something like that. We do see an X-ray scope, which if we get plasma, it's going to be useful.
Right, especially Meridia. Doesn't say I wouldn't say. Oh my gosh! Look, another super. I hope that Kip finishes this off with only super missiles and power bombs. That was my dream back in hilarious. 2017, and I never committed to it. So maybe this time around.
That would be absolutely hilarious, especially Kip. One of the reasons he this is his baby. The Dash Randomizer is the thing he created, and one of his things was he wanted to have fewer 30 Super Ridley fights, and he's already got 20 of them. So maybe he ends up doing the 30 Super Ridley fight.
Yeah, for all we know, I mean, this could be all the ammo that he finds, or this. From here on out, it's going to be all missile packs, and then we're going to end up seeing Kip.
There's a missile pack.
Okay.
He almost misses it.
I was hoping because of that miss that it was a sign that the universe was telling him, like, you better skip this.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, gonna see what's at the wave gate.
And you mentioned this being Kip's baby. This is Kip's product. This is his contribution to Super Metroid randomizers. I do know that he's changed up, or at least he had input and took advice from several other people from the community in order to change up a couple of items in this randomizer.
Yep, I believe Sloters was one of them. I know I was one of them. There's a list in the credits of all of us that they helped out putting this together.
I also think the beauty of it is that it kind of stays true to the major mine. Oh my goodness.
Baby, that's a great place to find Speed Booster. Because we're going to get a water
really
check. But yeah, we get it's the major minor. It starts with totals logic. It's a little bit different than the Varia logic. The big difference being that in totals logic, the minors are not logically placed. They're just guaranteed to be one of whatever you need before you need it. Whereas in Varia, the minors are logically placed, which means that wherever that first power bomb is supposed to be, wherever that first super is, there will not be any before that. Spazer. And Spazer, the other thing, the thing that allows you to, in Dash in particular, to break those speed blocks at Waterway and also at Botswoon E-Tank, before Botswoon. Not going to be used for that because it's behind the speed booster.
I normally would skip that beam, but what comes with the territory that is Dash randomizers is that you kind of need it if you were to enter Meridia without gravity and without ice.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, you can opt to go for the Crystal Flash.
Or without speed. Yeah, I mean, I could see skipping it when you already have that speed booster. But if you didn't have the speed booster, you're not going to skip it. And Kip only with a pea shooter. I think it's probably a good call for him to pick that up. It makes his beam just that much more powerful.
That's the only thing that kind of irks me about this dash rando, because I look at it and I know it's laughing at me. It's taunting me to pick it up because it just, it's my nightmare beam. It's like I want to quit you, but I can't quit you, you know? Like one way or another, new route or randomizer, I have to. Kip is going to go.
He's going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, spays are not as easy to use for the hero shot because Kip can easily blocked, but Kip does make it up just fine. We did see Kip practicing CWJs before the race, so he was ready for this. I think this was his plan all along.
Now, another good thing about Kip going up is that he has another shot at Gauntlet. So if Wreckship turns out to be a bust, or for whatever reason he feels like the need that, he just has a hunch that there's something over at Gauntlet, which we already know is the charge beam, he could try to go for it. Now, what are your thoughts usually? Like, what do you like going? Like, do you usually like going Wreckship first? Or would you, or obviously like Norfair first?
I more
or
often,
does it depend on the loadout?
Yeah, it does depend on the loadout. I like Wreckship first, especially if I have, and this is going to sound backwards, but I like Wreckship first with a Varia suit if I don't have high jump boots. Polar Bear Bunny calls it bait when you have that Varia suit to go on down. Doesn't mean I would do that every time. It depends on what the rest of my loadout is. Depends how I'm feeling about a CWJ at the time if I don't have other items to get across. If I don't, because if you go down, you don't find those high jump boots or a gravity suit, then you're just going right back up. So.
But we're looking at Sloters and Kip, and obviously, like we know that they can hide bootless, lava dive, and they know that they're going up against. Yeah, look, even Sloters, he usually
Sloters goes for the early X-ray.
I know that Sloters normally does not go for this.
No, I don't think he does. Oh, he's backing out. He didn't get a good entry, so we'll see if he tries it again.
Yeah, he's going for the again. For the glitched any percent entry here.
Slaughter's definitely capable of making this work. Very, very dangerous, especially on this health and this suit. But huge payout can happen here. Oh my gosh. One more deepest, he got it.
Thank goodness he got it. He even entered that room. Yeah, I'd take it. I'd definitely take it.
I mean, unfortunately, it's not what he's looking for, but it is an extra E-tank for hell runs. Plus, it'll help him get out a lot safer. Meanwhile, Kip into the Fantoon fight. And this will be an easy Fantoon fight for Kip. He's got so much more than easy. I mean, Kip's a veteran of low percent ice, where you'd have no suits, 10 missiles, and 1 E-tank. So this shouldn't be a problem for him.
I mean, he has all 19 supers to just dish out on Fantoon.
Yeah, he could. He could do Nintendo power strats and do the Everyone Rages and just pseudo screw through the flames. But I don't think that's Kip's style.
I mean, who knows? He didn't he have the world record? Nice job, Kip.
Yeah, that was a very nice Fantoon fight.
I for one just I don't know. I just like the fact that Sloters and Kip acknowledge that who they're up against, and they know that they have to make some plays.
Absolutely.
That they normally wouldn't.
Yeah, Sloters thought about not taking that energy tank again without a suit yet. I definitely would pick that up. I'm definitely of the pickup tanks until you have various suit.
Yeah, especially if you go down a red tower, like you kind of don't really have the choice.
Yeah, now Sloters has got plenty of health now to do any hell runs he wants to do, especially with that speed booster that can get him over to Bubble Mountain. And we see a high jump boot for Kip, so I happen to know that's Kip's favorite item, so he'll be happy to find that.
High jump boot is good.
If Sloters finds a various suit and no gravity, we'll see if he chooses to do a high jump plus lava dive. It's something that Kip's done a few times, and it doesn't ever seem to pay out for him. Now he doesn't have to worry about it because he's got those high jump boots. No high jump plus for Kip today. I don't think Kip took a safety save before Spiky Room death. He's perfectly capable of handling this. It is a dangerous area.
Yeah, there's easy, just like super safe setups for the Spiky Room of Death.
Yeah, he turns
Kip
off.
Also turning off.
Yeah, you want to turn off those high jump boots. He doesn't have bombs to do the strat that you'll see a lot of hundo runners use. So it's very difficult to make this jump over to the ledge without those high jump boots on, because you'll bonk on the ceiling.
Great quick kill by Sloters. Also saluting the elephant.
Yeah.
Every single time that Samus aims up, I just kind of like to think of it as like an elephant trunk. I don't know why. Just kind of like it's just a thing that just stands out to me. I don't know why. That's just my imagination. It's like a victory type of thing, just aiming up. Because there's not a lot of strats that, require you to aim up.
No, not at all. Angle up, very crucial control. Okay, Kip, you're okay. You're fine. He's fine.
Good. Yeah, that was actually a really, really good morph midair to kind of give him a little bit more space.
Ooh, we got a grapple beam, so we got a couple of Suitless Meridia items, one from each runner, that those high jump boots and that grapple beam. And
Kip will be picking that up once he heads down to town. Unfortunately, Sloters will not, depending on where he goes after these two checks, I don't know, he might choose to go back up the elevator, but it doesn't look likely. He's going to commit to the Norfair checks.
Yeah, I think he does all the upper Norfair checks before heading up. Maybe if he finds a very suit, I could see him doing high jump. Well, certainly if he finds both suits, he's heading down to lower Norfair. And I like this call from Sloters to do the ice beam hell run first before doing high jump boots. That way, if high jump boots is an E-tank, he gets that free refill. And gets an E-tank at ice, so that'll give him a free refill as well. Did Kip check the reserve tank item? I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, he did.
What was it? It was just an E-tank?
Yeah, it was an E-tank. It's not worth. He didn't look? I thought he did. I guess he just...
Okay, chat saying he didn't look.
Wow.
I was busy watching Sloters go over to Ice Beam, so... Nice iceless escape out of there, too.
That is interesting.
I mean, with
I think
Speed
I just thought
Booster,
Sloters E-tank and thought Kip checked it.
If it is something good, it's faster to not check it. If it's not, then, I mean, at this point, he probably picks up an E-tank. If it's a reserve tank, that's probably the only thing he maybe doesn't want. Everything else is useful. Oh, and there's a very suit. This is really interesting, because if we don't see gravity suit, Sloters might go for that high jump plus lava dive. Kip will get that very suit, and he'll have a high jump lava dive.
Oh, I mean, Kip has a shot here at...
You were right. It was an E-tank.
You see, I knew it. It's because I played this seed before. I literally played this seed earlier. See, I don't lie on commentary ever. I'm just always right.
And Kip picking up a plasma beam. Ooh. Plasma overcharge. I'd take in Dash. I'd take plasma. I talked about it earlier. It cuts down the number of shots so much more. I don't think Kip's gonna go over to Gauntlet and get that charge beam at this point. That plasma just really nice pickup for him.
Right. Just because I would kind of say, although high jump boots is a great item and all, I do like high jump boots. I don't think there was enough of a payout in wrecked ship to warrant a gauntlet check. That's just my opinion. So I can understand why he would skip it.
Yeah, I think this for him. I mean, obviously we know his charge beam would be a good play for him to go pick it up. But I think in his position, I would do the same thing and not go over to Gauntlet, especially in dash. That plasma beam just super, like I said, super powerful in dash.
Right. For all we know, that what could be going on in Kip's head is, that maybe he'll find charge.
Okay, Kip gonna skip the X-ray check. We know it's just an E-tank. Doesn't have great equipment. I mean, speed booster and high jump paired for X-ray is actually a pretty free way of doing it. Just need to be able to run and jump basically. But it's he. At this point, I think it's still a slow check for him, and I think skipping it is the right call. Because he got good items in the wreck ship, but he knows that if gravity and barrier down here, that could be bad for him.
Right. Essentially, every single time you do ice right there. I mean, it could be one of those trolley seeds where, I don't know, like gravity is hidden in Meridia and both runners end up checking everything.
Yeah,
but would it put Kip in a better position, do you think? Because Slotus would have to go up if he doesn't find any gravity suit, because there's no high jump.
I think Slotus will do high jump with lava dive, but we'll see.
No, for sure he'll do high jump with lava dive.
I see chat talking about Slotus needing a worst room in the game item, and technically has it now with charge ice, but Slotus has been known to do the wall jump without high jump boots, so I don't think that would have stopped him. Yeah,
no way. He would definitely try to go for it. Just ice is pretty much his peace of mind.
Yeah, I mean that means if he's failing it, then he just go. Yeah, look, he's heading straight for Lower Norfair already.
Right, because suit. It's not the low percent strat for worst room in the game is not a tough strat at all, especially for Sloaters.
Oh yeah, with the ice beam, yeah, absolutely.
All right, good, great quick kill.
It'll be interesting. I suspect Kip, on the other hand, will pick up the Varia suit and then just head straight down and not check the mountain locations.
He might. The only way that I would reckon he would check the other locations is because he's gonna get grapple. He's gonna pretty much prepare himself mentally for a suitless Meridia.
Yep, I could see. I could definitely see Kip going in on the suitless Meridia. Sloaters can't. You absolutely need that high jump for suitless Meridia, and Sloaters having trouble setting this up. Okay, there we go. That looks good. And he's
all right, nice job. Wow, that was close. It's annoying when the fireballs just go off camera because it despawns them, and then you have to set it up all over again, and then sometimes you get the left base, at a sink, and it can throw you off. But a really good recovery.
So Slaughter's taking a safety save. I don't know if he's going to check the screw attack item. At the moment, his only way out is if he kills Golem Torizo and Shine Sparks. This way, if it's nothing, he can just reset. I think the only thing, if he does go for it, I think the only thing he keeps, if it's not a movement item that gets him out, would be a gravity suit.
Yeah, gravity. Would you think maybe space jump?
Well, space jump he keeps because he lets him get out.
Yeah.
But if it's I'm trying to think what else. I mean, high jump, he can't get high. Yeah, just an E-tank, he's going to reset for sure. Because his only way out is to kill Golem Torizo and do a short charge in that room and Shine Spark out, and that's slow.
It really is.
Health not great, but he does have crystal flash ammo, and even though this isn't where he would normally use it, it would not surprise me if he went ahead and used it. Kip also doing the ice beam check first. Doesn't quite get the quick, the nice escape there, but he'll get out the normal way, the intended way. Actually, it's not even the intended way. You're supposed to go all the way around, but no one does that. Except maybe Mappos, Mappo runners.
That's like the I don't know. I played this game more than twice.
Yeah.
Escape. All right, yeah. Slutus still wants to be really careful. The good thing is that he has screw attack.
Yeah, screw attack is what's going to make... I mean, 118, not great. No gravity suit. But Sloters is one of those runners that could probably handle it if it came down to it. Let's see, what is he going to do to try... Is he going to go for the wall jump?
Yeah, he has to, because he killed the...
Oh, yeah, he'd have to reset the room.
Meanwhile, Kip is going to be making up a bunch of time here.
Oh, yeah, those high jump boosts just going to... You know, Kip's just going to run straight. I don't think he's going to stop for anything.
So close. This is pixel perfect. Didn't someone get it first try?
I want to say there was a race. I want to say Cutie and Sloters were racing and both got it. I don't remember for sure it was them. I've also seen Aussie get it. I've seen Zeb get it. So there are a handful of people that I've seen. I think you got it once even.
Yeah, there it is. Just great job, Sloters.
Very nice. That is a very, very, very difficult jump. You know, I just ran through just a few names that can do it. This next room, he's not out of the woods yet. Room without high jump boots and without gravity is very, very dangerous. You want to make sure if that acid catches up to him, he's in a lot of trouble. But he's handling it just fine, going through very quickly, and that acid will not won't catch up to him. Kip picking up his ice beam. A little surprised if he did. Yeah. A little surprised if Kip was doing Bubble Mountain first, but I think that ice beam maybe sends him straight down.
I would assume so. Because he could just check... he could check wave. The wave location on his way out.
Yeah, and in speed as well. But no, he's going to keep going.
Okay. I mean, that's like not bad at all. Because honestly... It could give him some movement items, maybe, I don't know. Just like a bunch of peace of mind, honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that he could get charge beam here. I mean, we know he won't, but to his mind, he could get charge beam here.
Right.
And Kip's still picking up ammo. Probably, I mean, he's still got a fairly weak beam. Ice plus plasma. With charge would be a 30-shot Mother Brain fight. So he's got a 90-shot fight in front of him. So extra ammo to supplement that is not a bad thing.
So just playing it really safe. Kip is gonna go ahead and... What did he farm? I guess he... For full health, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, Slaughter's health is not great. I mean, he's got 30 supers, so he can do the 30 super Ridley fight.
Slaughters can actually just go ahead and go for Ridley right now and have like the quickest Ridley fight ever.
Yep.
Even with this energy and no gravity, I would say it's a safe enough fight for him.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those. Yeah. For these runners, 3 tanks, even on just various suit, is fine. Like for me, I personally would farm up a bit, but I am not Slaughters and I am not Kip.
None of us are. That's right. That's a sad truth. We'll have to accept. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, very nice lava dive from Kip. I love it when runners do a lava dive and they do only one wall jump off that right side below the Namihe head. That's the way I like to do it. So it's really cool when I see someone else do that.
Oh, really? You do the risky, scary looking one?
I do the risky, scary looking one.
That's the one for content. That's the one that you're like, you are a mad person.
There's extra timing involved in that particular jump, so it is a more difficult one. But ironically enough, the reason why I learned that particular one is because I was terrible at those wall jumps. So it was just easier for me to do it with just one wall jump instead of doing a second one.
Would you find it like a little bit nerve-wracking because you technically are doing that room with less inputs, therefore less, room to mess up?
I don't now.
Right.
Okay, Kip's gonna show us the RBO escape here. didn't grab the E-Tank, but he didn't take the save up top either, so he needs to get out. But with high jump boots, you can do this. Sloters did not have that option because he doesn't have those high jump boots.
Still no gravity for Sloter, so...
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to go to Croc. Kip could choose to check Croc, or he could choose to just call this go mode and just go.
I'm very confident that Kip is just willing to call this go mode.
Well, he did check GT. I think he maybe checks Croc. He does have a plasma beam, and the plasma beam doesn't care whether you have real charge or fake charge. So that'll be a very quick Croc fight. But that's the most I see him do. I don't see him going to the wreck ship before Meridia. But he might prove us wrong.
That is interesting. I do wonder. I mean, it has to be for gravity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Spring Ball also would be nice. It gives you extra options for how to get through the rooms.
I love Spring Ball too. Yeah.
Kip with enough Crystal Flash ammo plus a grapple beam shouldn't have trouble with the Dragon Escape. One thing he won't be doing, Kip definitely won't be doing an X-ray climb out. Kip very much against X-ray climbs.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
I mean, Kip is definitely he has this love, for the game in its like pure form,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I know he appreciates SM for what you can do with it without really I guess keeping the exploitations like to a minimum.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe the fact that his favorite category is low percent ice is kind of I think that
right.
It's part of that, Okay, Slaughter is at a lower Norfair. He's got a decision to make. I think he goes to Croc at this point and hopes that his gravity suit is there. If it is, he's still in this. If it's not, then he's in a load of trouble here.
Right, because if there's no gravity here at Croc, it means that the play is to it's gonna force a suitless Meridia, or at least a gravityless Meridia.
Yep. And he needs those high jump boots from the wreck ship.
Yep.
And he's checked X-ray, it's not there. He's checked Gauntlet, it's not there. They both check Waterway. So all those other possible checks, not there.
So pretty much right now for Kip, it's looking pretty good, but maybe our goopy boy here, Crocomire, can bail Sloters out. Maybe that is not a bias. I promise you, it's not a bias. I just wonder how this will turn out.
Kip having a very nice super fight on Ridley, and I just love that the man that wanted to have all the interesting Ridley fights has to do with, well, I didn't have to, but ends up doing the super fight, which was the right call. His beam combo not being the greatest. We do see a wave beam. This would be great if Kip does go to Croc and picks up that wave beam. We'll have the same damage output on both beams. Kip without the charge beam and Sloters without the plasma.
All right. Kip on his way out. Only one boss left, and definitely gonna beeline it over to Dre.
Yeah, he still has those. No, he did check all the Bubble Mountains locations. He just has Croc to go if he wants to check anything else. We'll see if he chooses to do that. And we're about to find out whether that would be a good decision or not.
You know what? I'm kind of wondering if Kip is going to find Charge Beam after all, because he's still looking for ammo. I mean, unless he chooses to, for whatever reason. But if he wants a quick other brain fight, he could route in Gauntlet.
There's that gravity suit. Okay, Slaughter's in it. In the race. We'll see if Kip goes to Croc, then I'd still say advantage Kip. But if he just commits to Suitless Meridia, then we have a race. Kip very capable of doing a fast enough Suitless Meridia that he's not, he's still got the better movement items. Could still work out for him. Don't know. Slaughter's, on the other hand, is in go mode, in a true go mode, as opposed to I'm just going to decide to skip this item go mode.
Yeah, what would be like I don't want to say like fake go mode, but in a way just for like the sake of rhyming with go mode? Is it like faux mode or something?
I don't know. I just tend to call it like a comfy go mode versus a not. Although Slaughter's not in the most comfy of go modes because he does have, he's not getting that plasma beam. He's not getting those high jump boots. So his movement items are not great other than having the speed booster. Not going to get his favorite item, Spring Ball, unless it's on path like at Batsun or something.
This is a quick check as well for Kip. Oh, falling, but it's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Okay, he didn't check wave beam before.
No. Because it is a quick check. I mean, why not? You're here.
Yep.
It could be gravity.
And he face plants a reserve tank.
Oh.
I mean, he's already skipped regular tank, so I don't think he would have picked that up if.
No. There's just some that you just cannot avoid.
Yep.
Like obviously, it's like, oh, you think to yourself, I can just, take my time and just try to jump and shoot and not try to face plant it, like you said, but that's not in the spirit of Super Metroid speedrunning, and like in a race setting.
Okay, so we're about to see. Kip, you gonna go get your gravity suit, or are you gonna commit? Oh, looks like he's gonna get that gravity suit.
Yeah.
Second try gate glitch, very nice. So now this is too close to call. We won't see any real conversions until after Kip does Meridia and after Slaughter's does Wreck Ship. Slaughter's still looking for ammo. Picks up a power bomb, which doesn't really do him a whole lot of good. That's a hard item to skip, though. Doesn't want the missile. Only looking for supers, then.
Supers, yeah, I do. I'm assuming that they both must feel, like, obviously they feel pressure because they're racing against one another.
Yep.
But they maybe feel a little bit behind, perhaps, to one another.
Perhaps. Kip now getting this, essentially, I mean, they have the equivalent beam combo for the most part. Right. Although I would, given the choice, I would want Kip's beam combo. They're both going to do the same damage, but that plasma having that extra piercing effect, he's going to be able to use the X-ray to do microwave strats. Obviously, not going to be as powerful, might not be able to one round everything, but it's definitely going to be faster than what Slaughter's is going to have to do here.
All right.
Oh, that's a space jump.
You better go back
and runs right by
please.
It.
No,
I don't think he's going to pick it up. I don't think either of them are going to pick it up. That makes me sad. It would do more for Slaughter's than it would do for Kip. Kip with those high jump boots.
Look, I just said, oh my gosh, I just love space jump. Then Kip with the go mode.
Yep. Both our runners in go mode. Slaughter still needs to kill both Dragon and Phantoon. Kip only needs to kill Dragon. Phantoon just a quick detour, although Slaughter's is rather, just hope he doesn't do the GT Classic Phantoon skip he tried in the multi-category tournament a few years ago, where he just completely forgot to go to Phantoon.
Let's not joke about that because that is my teammate. Floaters, please. I'm channeling all of my energies so that you can remember your meme. Kip has been running this like incredibly well. Like all of these have been like really like good decisions. None of them honestly were bad decisions at all.
No, I would say both runners have lived up to the billing of being top runners.
Correct, yeah. And I know Kip has an incredibly smooth Meridia.
He does indeed. And Slaughter's going to pick up that spring ball. I'm not even sure Kip's going to... Well, Kip will probably check it in hopes of charge beam. Slaughter's probably hoping for plasma, but, spring ball is his favorite item, so he's definitely not going to leave that behind.
I think my favorite strat that's very underrated is sparking out of Dragon's Realm when you don't have high jump.
Yeah, you can do, with high jump plus speed, you can do a wall jump. You don't have to do a spark at all. Slaughter's, of course, no high jump, does have to do that spark.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
About halfway. They're gonna high five in just a little bit.
Probably in the Batoon hallway.
Oh, there you go. Slaughter picks up the space jump.
I mean, it makes sense because, like you mentioned, he doesn't have high jump.
Yeah, I think Kip will skip that. Without Kip's used to running new route, used to not having base jump, and has the high jump boot, so definitely less valuable for him than it is for Slaughter's, but we'll see. He might surprise us. And we're going to see a microwave on Botswoon here.
Yeah, because he does have the baby charge beam.
Yeah, it doesn't do quite as much damage. It's very nicely done, though. Yeah, supplementing those supers, and still gets a 1 round. Okay, running right past the space jump. And frankly, it would have been more valuable for him before entering this. He's going to go for the full halfie. Very capable of getting this. But doesn't.
It
building it up, and then he just, it happens.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
It's a hard trick. It's not.
That's
it's
the
a very
hardest trick for me. I fail that every single time. But yeah, I guess from here, Kip is just gonna. You think he's gonna microwave Dragon as well? Or would it be better to try to grapple kill, or just even, I don't know, just spark?
Well, I think you do the grapple. I think you do as much of the microwave as you can. And then if Dragon goes into a goo phase, and maybe switch to the grapple kill.
That would make sense, yeah. Alright, Slaughter's entering wreck ship. Meanwhile, Kip is awaiting Dragon over here.
It always feels so slow. There we go. Got a lot of good X-rays in there.
Oh, it didn't connect. It's fine. It's another shot at it. This should be good enough.
There we go.
Really good job.
That was really nice. Kip really sticking with that X-ray. Had to do it several times, but got like 3 in the goo phase, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, that actually was. I was surprised to see it work. I'm glad someone did it. Obviously.
Yeah, that was really neat. You don't see that every day. Meanwhile, doesn't even check the item.
Yeah, no way. There's just no reason to. For me, I would pick up space jump, but the thing is that since you have screw attack, I feel like that might mess with your groove going into the Metroid rooms.
Yeah, I think Kip skips it. With those high jump boots, not nearly as valuable. There we go. There's that Phantoon kill for Slaughter's. And the rooms it's most valuable for, he's already passed.
Right. It made sense for Slaughter's to get it just because there's all that space jump stuff also that in order to get to wreck ship.
Yep. The space jump making wreck ship easier to get to. The only room left where space jump would even make a remote difference for Kip is the Mount Everest room. But Kip, with his any percent new route experience, will be able to get up with no trouble. And does make the jump.
Goodness.
This is so close.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna see who's in the lead in just a little bit.
Seriously. Oh my goodness.
It looks like Slaughter's just by ever so slightly.
Like a baby skip.
A baby
Actually,
skip,
baby
but
skip.
yeah, a baby
Slaughter's.
skip. Yeah. Yeah. So Slaughter's a little bit ahead. Oh, he's gonna take a shot. What? No.
I mean,
he's got no supers. I mean, I understand it, but Kip's gonna run right by here. Kip has no reason to stop here.
Yeah, no, not at all. I think Slaughter's just wants that peace of mind. Slaughter's, I don't think he will be able to get baby skip is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, yeah, you're right, because he doesn't have high jump boots. I was going to mention stand-up, but I don't know that it's worth doing stand-up without actual charge beam. We'll see if what Kip decides to do. And I love it. They did end up with the, oh my god, there's so much. Oh my god, Slaughter's just a little bit behind.
I mean, I would say like this is the moment to like, yes, give both these runners a follow. If not now, because don't interrupt your viewing pleasure, but like right after this race.
Yeah, if you're not following these runners, you need to be following these runners. No, I noticed Kip went ahead and turned off that Various suit, so he is planning on doing stand-up. Oh, and Slaughter's got grabbed, so he's going to switch to power bomb. It's going to get him a little bit behind. I don't know how quickly he got grabbed. Sometimes, like, if I get grabbed right away and I don't have bombs, I'll just reset the room.
Yeah, that is actually a good idea. Beautiful. Metroid 3.
Alright, Kip done with the Metroid rooms. Oh, and Slaughter's gets grabbed again. And again, with no bombs, you gotta use those power bombs.
Alright. I wonder if Spring Ball Baby Skip could possibly... no, never mind.
Not with... not with...
Yeah, still no high jump.
I mean, I don't know enough about the Spring Ball Baby Skip. It's I guess it's a few years old now, but it's not exactly widely used except by the absolute top hundo runners that are going for records. And Kip does get a Baby Skip.
Textbook.
Slaughter's is not going to.
Nice job, Kip.
Kip had already turned off his Various suit, anticipating stand-up glitch, already turned off his screw attack, and anticipating Zeb Skip. Might see Slaughter's go for the Spring Ball Zeb Skip. So he doesn't have to turn off that screw attack. Although he certainly could also do a down back or a speed Zeb Skip as well.
Yeah, so this is pretty much going to be a new route Mother Brain fight for Kip. Just maybe with a slight hint of old route lag.
I mean, he might choose to fire some of that ammo, but I don't think so. It's weird because again, it's going to be a 60-shot fight because normally it'd be 20, but of course without the real charge beam, it's going to be full 60. Did decide to supplement the ammo. I know Kip is of the school of I will use my ammo early because it's because he finds it easier to dodge the catch-up beams. I am of the I don't want to have to worry about counting, and I will wait till save like 15 supers, but he doesn't have enough supers to do that.
Yeah, no.
Slaughter's getting to Mother Brain too already. He's gonna use some of that ammo. We'll see if he chooses to leave 15 supers for the end, or if he's just also gonna use all of them. Now those supers might give him a little chance to catch up. I don't think he's gonna do stand up. I don't know how much stand up's even gonna save though. Kip did set up for it.
I mean, anything for like at least, I don't know, like I don't even know if it's a second even. Kip is already at the catch-up phase.
Yeah. very careful to take just a little bit of damage so you can get into that nice stand-up range. Yeah, I'm not sure how much time save the stand-up is in this situation. Someone in the chat knows that they can share it, but it's not huge. Okay, Slaughter's not going for stand-up at all. He's just going to damage himself down.
He was trying to go for it, but yeah, he just... I think he accidentally took one hit too many.
That could be. Okay, as you're in chat, saying like 6 to 8 seconds here. I mean, maybe it feels like more because you got plasma and you don't have, instead of charge, ice wave spazer, but I think that's deceptive.
It's a trip seeing how, like that full beam combo and just knowing you're only doing spazer.
I know, right?
Spazer damage.
Yep.
See, that's how you know Spazer's bad. I'm sorry. I just, I can't, yeah.
We all know your feelings about Spazer.
I know. If you already know how I get about Spazer. I'm just kidding. Stellar run, though, honestly.
Like I said, these two runners absolutely living up to the billing. The baby. One last little bit where things can go wrong in stand-up, and Kip's good.
Yeah.
Slaughter's about to be into Mother Brain 3. At this point, Kip would have to make a big mistake in the escape for Slaughters to catch up. These things can happen, but unfortunately for Slaughters, Kip with the better movement items with those high jump boots. As much as I love the space jump, when you get into that Leodox room, I want my high jump.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Kip on the escape. Definitely. I have insider info that Kip is not a fan of saving the animals. So.
We're not seeing any animals. I mean, I guess sometimes if you know you've lost, some people will go save the animals. I don't know. I don't think Slaughters is that type either. Kip, I know, just won't go there.
It's okay. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's I don't know. Like, is this really 2021? Kip is using Moonfall. It's like I still advise people to use Moonfall. Not just because I stopped using it doesn't mean don't go for it. I just think it's cool seeing him actually go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Really nice movement through Parlor. And Kip gonna finish this race up in first place with official SRL time of 52:35. GG's to Kip, and what a great run for him.
Indeed, good game, Kip. Scoring a win for Team Funky Town. Won't you take me to?
And Slaughter is not far behind. I do wonder if Slaughters had not had the ammo, or if he just gone without the ship save, what happens? Because that's where Kip took the lead. Although again, the better movement with the high jump boots also might have been the difference. And there we go. We see Slaughters finishing up with an official SRL time of 53:15. So only, let's see, 40 seconds between the two of them.
GG to my teammate, my partner, Slaughters 27. All right, now that the race is over, everyone just go ahead and follow, like right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just not hesitate. I'm telling you.
And hopefully we can get these guys in to interview.
Yeah, I really am thinking.
I think someone's here.
Oh.
It looks like a Kip's here. GG's, Kip.
Good game, Kip. Congrats on the win.
So I think it's kind of funny. You went up, Slaughters went down. Guess what Slaughters never got? Kip, you hear us?
hope you can.
I think there's something going on, and hopefully, and Slaughter's going to join us in just a second.
He's just hyping up the moment before he reveals his voice. He's waiting for Slotus, probably.
Hey, I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you now.
All right, I've been the victim the last couple of days of a Windows update, and like all of my devices are like in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I have an update pending, and I'm not doing it until after this race. But yeah, so you and Slaughters went down, and what item that you've talked extensively about recently do you think Slaughters never picked up?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that again?
So in the race, you went up and Slaughters went down, and there's an item that you've talked extensively about that he never got because he got to the wreck ship at the end.
Oh, if he never went up, he probably didn't get that E-tank.
That's it. That's literally the one that he needed because he did.
That was the difference in the race
for stand-up glitch.
No, but I guess y'all are probably talking about high jump boots.
I sure am.
So Slaughters, did you do? By the way, GG man, hell of a race.
Welcome in, Slaughters.
That was a wonderful race.
Did you only beat Fantoon and not do any items in wreck ship?
Yeah, that was my last boss.
Gotcha. Man, that was a really good race considering our two different paths. I'm really happy that we both did different things, but it ended up being competitive. I bet that was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, it was a lot of fun to watch. So neither one of you got gravity suit before going into Lower Norfair. You both did it right afterwards. Did Croc right afterwards to get your gravity suit. So Slaughters did the high jump with lava dive, the one that, that according to you, Kip, never wins. And apparently you were proven right again, but this time you're on the good side of that.
Yeah, well, I learned my lesson. This is not an exaggeration. I can't recall, maybe it's happened like once, but I can't recall in an official tournament race ever doing high jump bootless lava dive and missing and dying. I think I've hit it every time. And I think I've lost every single race but one time or something that I've done it. I'm high jump boots for life, even more than I used to be.
Slaughters did end up doing a couple of risky, bets in checks right off the bat too. Because as soon as he got screw attack, he went to go check Gauntlet, and you were presented with
the good old charge beam.
Oh, you had charge?
Yeah, it was really funny because you had this essentially the same beam, but Kip, you had plasma and Slaughters had charge.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting? I was thinking I actually think this seed was really fascinating on a lot of sort of nuance levels, because Slaughters, I kept thinking the whole time, I said, well, if he didn't go up, he didn't get plasma, but at the same time, there's so many freaking supers in this seed that that could end up making a difference on Mother Brain, to where I don't know if my time invested to get plasma it will end up being worth it or not. Mm-hmm. It's funny because I think Slaughters had done some practice seeds this week where he got almost no supers, and then in this one it was this is probably the most supers I've ever seen in a dash seed.
Yeah, my dash seed had no supers in it. There were a bunch of seeds this week with very few supers, and of course you get all the supers. You get to do the super Ridley fight that you want to not be.
Yeah, that's exactly what you made these dash randos for, Kip. It's working against you.
I guess the universe has its way of making fun of you, right?
That's right.
Another thing that ended up happening. Oh no, go ahead then.
Well, I was going to ask Kip, how much were you thinking about doing Suitless Meridian, not even going to Croc, or were you thinking about that at all?
I thought about it and was prepared and completely committed and ready to do it until I realized that I didn't have spring ball. And real quick, a little funny, if anybody is willing to go back and watch this VOD, I actually checked hold on, I need to preface this. Earlier today, I was doing some practice seeds and I was in the exact same situation, and I was like, man, I think I'm just going to go suitless. Oh crap, I don't have spring ball. And then chat reminded me, they said, no, you actually do have spring ball. You just didn't mark it. And I was like, oh, okay. Cause I forget stuff all the time on the fly.
Yeah.
So when I got down to the room that's in between the refill and then the entry to Croc, I did a mock ball and then pressed jump to make sure that I didn't jump in ball form. And when I unmorphed, I was like, all right, I'm going to keep going, because if I don't have spring ball, I don't feel comfortable doing it. But if I'd have found spring ball and not gravity down at Croc, I would have done it.
All right. Floaters, you didn't have the opportunity to make that decision because no high jump boots. I assume if the gravity suit doesn't show up, you have to go up to wreck ship.
Well, I mean, if I would have found like high jump in lower North Air, like if Croc and wreck ship are still on the table, I'd definitely consider doing like a full suitless. If I've already done wreck ship or like I've already done Croc, I think it's a lot harder to like justify that because there's so many where it could be.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, if I found high jump down at Croc, I mean, I felt kind of behind. I mean, both the suits were down there, which was nice, but I kind of did things in the wrong order. So I might have felt pressured to like just hope it was suitless Meridia, but yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call.
You normally don't go for X-ray check either, early X-ray. I remember you spoke about that, but did you feel just because the matchup, that'd be worth it? It could have a payoff, or?
Yeah, I mean, I used to do it like every single time, and now I've kind of like stopped doing it every single time, and more if like I have a lot of energy just in case something happens. But I felt good pulling that charge early on, so I thought I probably had like some time to give back, even if that was nothing. So it kind of pushed me towards doing it.
Yeah.
I think in the end, Slotus, you picked up the space jump at the end because you didn't have the high jump, and Kip went right by it. In the end, I think the high jump just ended up being a little more powerful. And then the other thing was that, Slotus, you took that refill at the ship because you had no supers. And Kip ran right by you as you were taking that refill. So that was, so coming out of, for Kip, Meridia, and for you, the wreck ship, you had a very, very small lead. But then, that refill, there were other factors involved. Kip was able to do baby skip and also did stand up and gained a little bit of time there. So it's hard to say what would have happened if you had not ship refilled, especially given that you had no supers. But that's when that happened.
I'm not 100% certain if that was the right call. I felt like it may have been faster because of my beam combination, but also just like you said, having no supers and also having kind of like an uncomfortable item set there that I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get like shorted and had to like, pre-open doors or whatever, like not be short on ammo by the time I got through the Metroid. So I'm glad I did it still. Don't know if it was the best thing to do, but yeah.
It just really throws you off when, because you got grabbed twice in Metroid rooms, and that sets you back like a bunch of time. I think refilling at the ship when you didn't have any supers, but you had potentially like the chance at 35 max, I think that was the right call. It made sense.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I don't even know the context. Like I didn't see it, but since we're talking about ammo, I just want to make one quick point. Most people out there know that, Dash is sort of like my brainchild or whatever. And I just want to make a few things very clear. I don't think Dash is really like I don't think it's a great randomizer if you're just getting into Super Metroid and you're just wanting to do some randos and just kind of have fun and complete. It's really kind of geared more towards racing. And in particular, I think the more speedrunning experience you have, the more options that you have. But I think I'm learning more and more about how this randomizer sets people up for racing. I think at first the idea was that ammo would be a lot less important and that the charge beam would be less important. And I actually don't agree with that anymore. I kind of maybe did a little bit at first, but now charge is still very powerful in these things. And depending on the ammo layout of these seeds, it can have a pretty big impact on your decision making and your speed. When you get into Torian and when you fight Ridley and stuff. So I've been really pleased, not only with the race and the practice that I've done, but I've been pleased to watch other people race and kind of see how the different metas are starting to arise a little bit. So even though Major Minor is something everybody's super familiar with, and I can understand the love for, other types, I still think there's some exploration left in Dash for racing that I hope we'll continue to see.
Yeah, I know I've enjoyed the Dash seeds, both the tournaments, the SG Live, and the one day one you put on, and I'm really happy we were able to feature it in the league this year. It was because it is unique, it is different, especially different from the very randomizer. So in a lot of ways, and I think you really got a lot of that speed running aspect of it. And the nice thing is, even if you're not a speedrunner, you can still complete a seed. You know, it doesn't require that, but just like you say, it gives those extra options.
Right, exactly. But I do have to say one more little thing here because, first of all, thank you, Tracy and Seffi. When I saw y'all were signed up for commentary, that made me very happy. And then also my boy Cheaty back there, he can't say anything, but we're probably going to play some Among Us here in a little while. So thank you guys. Sloaters, as always, man, super fun to race you. I always get super hype about it because, you know, in my opinion, it's hard to say who's the singular best person. Like, you know, there's probably 3 or 4 people I can point to that are in the running, but I think you're one of them. I think you're one of the best randomizer players that we have. So it's always fun to race you. With that said, even though we're all friends, I have to give y'all some gentle ribbing now because when I saw when I saw the teams, what I said basically, I was like, I think Goodboys is probably the favorite. Either them or Shaq Tool's digging game because I think they've got a lot of great experience too. But boys, Seffi, if you don't win tomorrow against Zost, you guys starting out 0-4. And
I know.
Hey,
very all like that. But
we're just trying to give everyone else a fighting chance, okay?
True, because we have a bunch of weeks left, and I think that's why Cutie left me out to dry, and that's why he didn't want to race. So I'm talking to Cutie. If he's hearing me, I'll do my best though, for sure. I can't wait.
I'm excited about you and Zost racing. Zost is a really great randomizer player in general, but I think he's great at Dash. And obviously, Seffi, you're one of the best too. So I'm pumped, and I think Sloaters and I are going to be on comms for that tomorrow.
Yeah, we got you. We got you on comms for tomorrow. So that's that. I'm looking forward to watching that, both for the players and for the commentary. It's going to be a good one.
I'll try my best, Sloaters. I will not make every single RBO sin that you saw me make today. I feel like the Dash practice are like RBO practice.
I know you'll do us proud.
Heck yeah.
All right. Anything you guys want to add before we sign off?
I'll just add GG to Kip. I mean, really the same feeling with everything he said. He's a fantastic runner, great randomizer player. I'm super glad this match ended up as close as it did. Obviously got to go back and watch and see how everything played out. But yeah, GG, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, GG. And all joking aside, I expect you guys to be right there in the thick of it at the end of the season. So good luck tomorrow, Seffi, and good luck to you guys for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, again, just one last reminder before we sign off. Follow Kip and Sloaters. There's a lot more weeks to come for this Super Metroid Randomizer League. Shout outs to Tracy as well. Thank you for having me on comms.
Oh, absolutely. We haven't done a commentary in a while, so I was really excited to do that. So glad you're back and doing this stuff again.
Thank you, Cheaty, as well.
And of course, yeah, absolutely. Shout outs to Cheaty and all our trackers. But Cheaty the best, still the best in the business when it comes to Super Metroid tracking. So always happy to have him clicking those buttons behind the scenes, doing the hard work. And of course, thank you to Speed Gaming for hosting us, the other organizers to helping out to organize everything. And yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it. We do have more matches to come today. We have at 9:00. We have Chemo versus Hacksaw. That is a rerun because we had some technical issues. So hopefully things will go okay. That'll be Doggate Morphball versus The Forgotten Highway. And then at 9:30, we have Johnny B. Croak versus Dark Bizalmans. That's Beef Robber versus King Salmon. And of course, the aforementioned 3:00 race tomorrow. Funky Town versus Goodboys, Zost versus Antinomy, hosted by commentated by our current racers, Kip and Sloaters. So that'll be a great watch, and hope to see you all then. But yeah, that'll do it for us, and we'll see you at the next race.